Hi, I'm Allison Roberts, and I'm so excited to be here with our founder and CEO, Bob Reyna. We're in his office, and we are getting ready to share tips from the top. It's going to be a series of questions that you, our associates, can ask, and it's all the answers to help you build a successful TalkFusion business. So Bob, tell us, our motto here is bring us your dreams and we'll help you do the rest. So what's the secret? And then two, explain to us why it is so important to have a dream and to speak to others about their dreams.
Well, I think anything that has ever been accomplished great in life, whether it's inside of this industry or outside of the industry, has always been powered by the dream. And I think people, as they proceed in life, they stop dreaming. And what we do here at TalkFusion, and what I encourage people to do, is invite them to start to dream again. And that's why we ask the dream question. If you had all the money in the world and all the free time to enjoy it, how would your life be different? And people pause, and it catches them off guard a little bit, and you ask them, would you live in the same house? And most people are no. Would you drive the same car? Most people say no. Would you help friends or family with money needs? The answer is yes. Would you take more vacations? Yes. Would you pay off credit cards? Yes. Would you donate money to charity? Yes. And I asked them simply, can you get that through what you're doing right now? And they say no. And I said, well, those are your dreams. I said, so if you're not in the right vehicle to help you reach your dreams, then perhaps you should take a look at what we're doing. So I think in life in general, everything is powered by the dream. And we talk about that extensively on page 8 and 9 in the Diamond Rush Guide, which people can go and read about. That's why I think dreams are just so very important.
So guys, with that, all these tips that we're bringing you are only going to help you boost your business to the next level, and we want to hear from you. So send us your questions. We'll be happy to feature your question on the next edition of Tips from the Top with our founder and CEO, Bob Reyna. And remember, bring us your dreams and we'll help you do the rest. Hi, I'm Allison Roberts, and I'm so excited to be here with our founder and CEO, Bob Reyna. We're in his office, and we are getting ready to share tips from the top. It's going to be a series of questions that you, our associates, can ask, and it's all the answers to help you build a successful TalkFusion business. So now that we've defined that, dreams are very important, and TalkFusion's the perfect vehicle to get you to your dreams, share with us, how much time do you have to invest in your business in order to be successful?
I think for a new person getting started, I think they need to spend at least 7 to 10 hours a week on their TalkFusion business. It's just like any other thing that is worth something. You have to put the necessary sweat equity into it. And nobody needs anything else in life to fill their calendar. So what happens when I ask for 7 to 10 hours per week, and it's for a year as well, you have to take things off your calendar which are not non-revenue producing activities, such as watching TV and some of the things that people do in life. So when you get started, you cannot be provisionally committed. You have to be committed by focusing 7 to 10 hours, because it takes time to learn things. You have to learn how to invite. You have to get plugged into the system. You have to learn the product. There's a lot of skill sets that you should learn along the way, and the faster you learn them, the better off your income will be. I also think that people need to commit to the business for at least 1 year. This is a profession. Done right, it can bring great things to your life. You can't make a lot of money in any other profession in a month or two, and this business is no different. So we ask that people commit to the business for at least 1 year. We believe overall it's a 2 to 5 year plan, but we think that if you work it for 7 to 10 hours a week for at least 1 year, you'll be at a place in your business where you will not want to stop.
So guys, with that, all these tips that we're bringing you are only going to help you boost your business to the next level, and we want to hear from you. So send us your questions. We'll be happy to feature your question on the next edition of Tips from the Top with our founder and CEO, Bob Reyna. And remember, bring us your dreams and we'll help you do the rest. Hi, I'm Allison Roberts, and I'm so excited to be here with our founder and CEO, Bob Reyna. We're in his office, and we are getting ready to share tips from the top. It's going to be a series of questions that you, our associates, can ask, and it's all the answers to help you build a successful TalkFusion business. So obviously, in order to build a successful TalkFusion business, you need to talk to people. So share with us, what is the difference between cold market versus warm market?
That's a very key point. Our industry at times is called direct selling, which in my opinion is a misnomer. It really should be called direct telling, and let me explain why. Most people in life are scared to death of rejection, and with, quote, sales comes rejection, the fear of the no. What we have done is set up a system by which you can go to your friends, family, business colleagues, people that you already have some semblance of trust with, and you can just simply ask them to take a look at TalkFusion. This means that you're just telling them about the opportunity as opposed to selling them. With strangers, I call it danger marketing because you have no credibility with them. So what most, quote, salespeople try to do is they try to use their skill to convince somebody to buy something. And that's not what we do at TalkFusion. Done successfully, what you're simply doing is sharing a product and or a business opportunity that you believe in. You tell them about it. You tell them about the next webinar presentation going on, you get help on the three-way call, and then you get people plugged into the system. So those people that are successful have learned how to harness their warm market. Let me just give an example. They say the average person knows about 300 people. Let's say I sponsored you, Allison, into the business, okay? You know 300 people. Now I'm working with a warm market of 600 people because my friends trust me. Obviously, your friends trust you. If I edify you right and you edify me right, now our mutual friends trust each other. So instead of going out and having to run advertisements and internet marketing and soliciting strangers, we can now work within that warm market of 600 people. And done short, 100 who know 100 who know 100 is 1,000,000 people. So warm marketing is, in my opinion, from 22 years of experience, by far the most effective. And I think that's what people should adhere to.
So guys, with that, you know, all these tips that we're bringing you are only going to help you boost your business to the next level, and we want to hear from you. So send us your questions. We'll be happy to feature your question on the next edition of Tips from the Top with our founder and CEO, Bob Reyna. And remember, bring us your dreams and we'll help you do the rest. Hi, I'm Allison Roberts, VP of Training and Development, and I'm so excited to be bringing you another week of Tips from the Top with our founder and CEO, Bob Reyna. So with that, Bob, say I'm a business owner and I'm using TalkFusion. Can you tell me the best use of our video email product?
Yeah, Allison, it's a great question. What I always tell people, a very core basic use to use the product, the video email product, is to build relationships with customers. And if all they did to get started is to use the product just to say thank you to their existing customers or to their prospective customers, it would definitely help their business. Unfortunately, most businesses, if you spend money with them in February of a year, they forget about you until you get the obligatory Christmas card at the end of the year, while their competition is bombarding you with offers from February to December. So, and it's also been proven that happy customers and those that feel thanked will go out and tell other people. So what I would just suggest that every business owner does is just send a simple thank you video email. It doesn't have to be anything fancy, right from your web camera, and just say, listen, thanks for doing business with us. We appreciate you. Or if they're just considering doing business, say thank you for considering doing business with you. And then after you send them the video email and you know when they'll watch it because of real-time tracking, just follow up with them there. And I think if you just took that one simple step, it would greatly help all the businesses around the world using the product.
Thank you, Bob, for that valuable information. Well, guys, that wraps up this edition of Tips from the Top. Be sure to like us on Facebook to get all the latest news to help you build a successful TalkFusion business. Hi, I'm Allison Roberts, VP of Training and Development, here again with our founder and CEO, Bob Reyna, bringing you Tips from the Top. You're asking the questions and we have all the answers. So, Bob, let's get started. When speaking to prospects, associates often encounter several classic objections. Can you explain how to handle these objections? I don't have enough time, or I don't have enough money.
This is an easy one, actually. When they give you that objection, It's really an admittance on their end of what they're doing to earn both time freedom and money freedom is not working. And so what I would say respectfully to that person, well, if you don't have enough time in your life and you don't have enough money, then really what you're doing is not working for you. So you should really take a look at what we're doing, because it has potential to give you both money and time freedom. I mean, let's face it, nobody needs another calendar filler. If you ask everybody in the world how busy are you, they'll tell you that they're extremely busy. But TalkFusion is a vehicle which can provide both time freedom and income freedom. So when they tell you that, it's a very easy thing to overcome. What they're really doing is it's a cry for help, that they really need TalkFusion more than they can ever imagine. So that's a very easy way to overcome that.
Well, thank you, Bob, for that great answer. Stay tuned to next week's edition from Tips from the Top. Hi, I'm Allison Roberts, VP of Training and Development, here with our founder and CEO, Bob Reyna, bringing you Tips from the Top. So with that, Bob, you know, the last time we were talking about the best way to overcome objections. So what about I'm not very good at selling, or I've never sold anything before?
We recognize at TalkFusion that most people are not good salespeople, and simply because they fear to be rejected. It's not something which is uncommon in the world. We develop our whole system of building the business really around direct telling instead of selling. And what I mean by that is this. We've developed an easy 4-step system which really involves anything we believe that everybody out there can do. For example, can you ask somebody if they're interested in making extra income? Yeah, everybody can definitely do that. Can you direct people to a presentation which is going on many times a day, which will have people who are doing extremely well in the business explain both the business and the opportunity for you? People can do that. Can you follow up on a phone call with, again, somebody who's very experienced within the business to help overcome any objections or answer any questions? Yes. And then the last step of it is, can you get people plugged into the same system? And that answer, of course, is yes. So our whole business building system is designed around taking people out of the realm of direct selling and moved into the realm of direct telling, which we feel that everybody can do.
Thank you, Bob. Very valuable information. Well, that's about it for this week's edition of Tips for the Top. And remember, follow us on Facebook to get all the latest news on how to successfully build your TalkFusion business. Hi, I'm Allison Roberts, VP of Training and Development, here with another exciting week Tips from the Top. I'm here with our founder and CEO, Bob Reyna. And so, Bob, you know, I often hear you talk about the 72-hour fly or die principle. Can you explain that to others, please?
Yeah, 72 hours fly or die means this. The way that you start your business within the first 72 hours will largely determine your level of success. When people get started, if they treat it like a business, if they treat it with urgency, if they go bronze and bronze maker in their first 72 hours, their propensity to be successful will be much, much higher than somebody who gets started and then maybe, you know, engages the business a week or two later, or takes a much more casual attitude towards building a business. So 72 hours fly or die is really what it means is when you start your business, start it with urgency and work it like your life depends on it, because really it does.
Great, thanks, Bob. Well, guys, that about wraps up this edition of Tips from the Top. So remember, urgency, get busy. We look forward to recognizing all of you soon. Hi, I'm Allison Roberts, VP of Training and Development, here with our founder and CEO, Bob Reyna. We're excited to be bringing you yet another question from Tips from the Top. So, Bob, what does it mean to be a member of the 40-40-40 Club?
Yeah, the 40-40-40 Club is this. People, most of their lives, they work 40 hours a week for 40 years of their life to retire on 40% of what they could not even afford to live on in the first place. So what it means simply is this, is that if you're a member of that club or on your way to being a member of that club, that you need to look at another way to build an income. In this case, in the right vehicle, it would be TalkFusion. Most people are simply in the wrong vehicle to make money. Most people are part-time earners, but full-time spenders. And what I mean by that is this: if you have a credit card payment, a house payment, anything that you're paying interest on, you're paying that 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. So you're spending money all the time. However, most people only earn between the hours of 9 to 5 Monday through Friday. It's the wrong equation for wealth. So if you do not want to be a member of the 40-40-40 Club in your life, then you need to take a look at Talk Fusion, which can allow you to leverage your income and earn on the efforts of more people than just yourself. So that's the meaning of the 40-40-40 Club, and I hope it's helpful.
Thanks, Bob. Well, that about wraps it up for this edition of Tips from the Top. We look forward to hearing from you, so submit your questions. Hi, I'm Allison Roberts, VP of Training and Development, here in our founder and CEO, Bob Reina's office, with our next question from our Tips from the Top segment. So, Bob, explain to me, one of your favorite terms is grinder. Tell us what it means to have grinder mentality.
Well, there's two types of people generally in this industry: pros, professionals, who build a proper business, and then those that I give the endearing term grinder. What a grinder means, it's somebody who is getting ready to get ready, standing by to stand by. What they'll do is they'll read the compensation plan 48 times. They'll study the product manuals 48 times, but they never will pick up the phone. They never invite anybody to take a look at the business. They never invite anybody to take a look at the product as a customer. So what they do is they spend all of their time doing things which are not revenue producing activities, instead of the opposite, which is true, which is spending all of their time doing revenue producing activities. Because in this business, you only get paid when two things happen, which is when somebody becomes an associate and they buy a product, or when a customer simply buys the product. So in order to stay away from becoming a grinder, concentrate on those revenue producing activities, and it'll take you where you need to go.
Great tip, Bob. Thank you. So with that, that's about it. We're wrapped up for this edition from Tips from the Top. Stay tuned. Submit your questions. We want to hear from you. Bye. Hi, I'm Allison Roberts, VP of Training and Development, here with our founder and CEO, Bob Reina, for this week's edition of Tips from the Top. So Bob, talk to me. We are the leader in video email, and our reputation as a whitelisted sender is critically important. Could you please explain why people need to keep their email lists clean and what actually happens when someone has excessive bounce backs?
A lot of people don't know this, but about 80% of all internet traffic around the world is spam, as reported by the internet service provider. So it's become a very big problem. So two of the major criteria that the ISPs use to measure whether your mailing lists are acceptable or not is, number one, spam complaints, and number two, what we call bounce backs or undeliverable mail. The ISPs request that you keep that threshold around 0.10%. It's 0.10%. So in your video communication center, we help you monitor that in real time. If you happen to go over 0.10%, either in spam or undeliverables, we send you a notice to let you know. If it's really egregious, then we will block your account and contact you to find out why you exceeded that threshold. More often than not, it's simply because people imported a mailing list, an old list, or they purchased a list, both of which are against Talk Fusion policy. So again, that's why the ISPs do it, that's why we adhere to it, and that's one of the reasons why we have such great deliverability rates, is because we monitor this in real time every day. But it's a great question.
Great. Thanks for that information, Bob. And remember, keep your lists clean. That wraps it up for this week's question from Tips from the Top. Hi, I'm Allison Roberts, VP of Training and Development, here with our founder and CEO, Bob Reina, bringing you yet again another question from Tips from the Top. So Bob, we all know Talk Fusion has the most cutting-edge video communication products in the world. Could you explain why our e-subscription form product is so valuable?
It's a great question. Here's why. When people come to your website, you cannot identify them. You just know that they're visitors. You can measure imprints. What the eSub allows you to do is to create a customized form that you put on your site, which can allow you to tailor it to whatever data you want. For example, your name, email address, what's the best time to contact you. You can even put a questionnaire there so that you can grab market intelligence about the visitors to your website. After that, you can even turn around and automatically follow up with them with a video autoresponder. So it is a great product that we have, which will help you identify who your actual website visitors are and the best means by which to follow up them. So it's a great thing that you can do to increase revenue on your particular website.
Thanks, Bob. Great and valuable information about our e-subscription forms, so go ahead and post them to your website today. Hi, I'm Allison Roberts, VP of Training and Development, here with founder and CEO Bob Reyna for this week's edition of Tips from the Top. So you're submitting your questions, we have all the answers. Bob, here, everyone in the field is so excited about the upcoming video newsletters.
Me too.
I know, they're amazing. So give us a little descriptive sneak peek into what some of the features and benefits are.
Oh, wow. Some of the features, it's first and foremost, it's very simple to use. It's all drag and drop technology. So whether you have no experience or not, you'll be able to get up and running with this product instantly. And we'll have over 400 templates for people to choose from that our award-winning graphics team had designed. If you don't want to use one of those, you can easily design your own, choose your colors, upload banners, photos, write your text right in the box. The HTML editor is very simple to be able to use. It has all the reporting capability with it as well. The benefit for any person and or any business is this. It is an expanded way by which for you to communicate. If you have more to say than just in an email, if you want to send out a newsletter for your business once every 2 weeks, letting your customers know what's going on, testimonials, updates, you can attach coupons to it. There's so many things that you can do with this product. They look really, really super good, and we're the first one in the industry to come out with this type of product with video newsletter, so it's something very exciting for us. I think it will become one of our most popular products in a big hurry, and we are just very little bit of time to release it to the field, so I know it's something they'll be super excited about.
Thanks, Bob. I cannot wait for all of you to see our video newsletter products, so watch all your email updates. They'll be out very soon. Hi, I'm Allison Roberts, VP of Training and Development, here with founder and CEO Bob Reyna, and we're here with our question from Tips from the Top. So Bob, what is the best way to attract new leaders in your business?
The very best way to not only attract but to develop leadership is to become one yourself. People will not only listen to what you say, they will mimic what you do. So if you are telling people to do three-way calls, then guess what? You need to be doing three-way calls. If you're telling people to show up on the Diamond Rush trainings, then guess what? You need to be there as well. If you're telling people to build their organization through being on live presentations, then guess what? You need to be there too. We have Prague coming up. They should be there at Prague as well. If you're telling people the importance of events, then you need to make sure that you show up as well. So again, follow the leader, but by example, people will pay attention, again, not to what you necessarily say, but what you do. And that is the absolute best way to do it.
Thanks, Bob. Great information. Remember, set the example. We'll see you next time on Tips from the Top. Hi, I'm Allison Roberts, VP of Training and Development, here with our founder and CEO, Bob Reyna, and we're excited to be bringing you our next question from Tips from the Top. So, Bob, you often talk about edifying your upline. What exactly does edification mean?
Edification in its most simple form just means saying something nice about somebody. And the reason why edification is so important is our industry is a team building process. So when you're doing a three-way call, it is so important to have a member of your upline team on the phone with you, and what you should always do is make sure that you edify them appropriately to your prospect. You can talk about their rank, you can talk about their dreams, you can talk about the level of success they've had in the business, because what you want to do is you want to make sure that that new prospect who you have a relationship with will automatically form a bond with the person that's helping you do the three-way call. So edification is so very important. It's often a very much overlooked step, but it's one of the absolutely most important ones, not only in building your business, but also during the recruiting process as well.
Thanks, Bob. Well, that about wraps it up for this week's Tips from the Top. Be sure to submit your questions. We have the answers. See you next time. Hi, Hi, I'm Allison Roberts, VP of Training and Development, here with our founder and CEO, Bob Reyna, in his beautiful office with this week's question from Tips from the Top. So Bob, you often refer to McDonald's when you talk about duplication. Why is that?
Well, when we talk about McDonald's, we're talking about systems, and systems stands for save yourself stress, time, energy, and money. And if you go into any McDonald's, really anywhere in the world, if you're facing the food counter, the cheeseburger and hamburger chutes are behind you. To your left is the fries in the drive-thru. To the right is the ice cream dispenser. So what they've created is a very successful push-button operation to where really anybody can come in with little training and successfully run a McDonald's. I'm talking about, that's why much of their labor is high school kids. So it's a very successful and proven business model. Our business building should be the same thing. It should be a push button operation to where everybody is doing the same system, the same thing. Hence, that's why I wrote the Diamond Rush Guide. We all follow the same 4 steps. Whether you live in Florida or whether you live in the Czech Republic, we all use the same push button operation. So we compare the proper way to build the business to the same way that McDonald's used to build theirs.
Great, valuable information. Well, that about wraps it up. Remember, follow the system, and we'll see you next time. Hi, I'm Allison Roberts, VP of Training and Development, here with our founder and CEO, Bob Reyna, with yet again another question from Tips from the Top. So Bob, what would you say is the most important part of the invitation?
Well, the very most important part is the fact that somebody actually does it. So getting invitations out there in the field is the very first thing. The second thing, the most crucial part about an invitation is excitement. I would say 90% of a successful invitation is excitement. You can never say the wrong thing to the right person. Excitement carries. When you're excited, people want to gravitate towards you and join whatever that you're doing. So in the Diamond Rush Guide, we give you example invitations to use, but you can never find a replacement for excitement. So that would be a rule of thumb that I'd get everybody. Be excitement. You found the right vehicle to help take you to your dreams, and let that convey through during your invitation.
Wonderful. Thank you. Well, that about wraps it up. Remember, stay excited, share Talk Fusion, and we'll see you next time. Hi, I'm Allison Roberts, VP of Training and Development, here with our founder and CEO, Bob Reyna, with the next question from Tips from the Top. So Bob, what would you say is the best way for people to get trained on the product?
The absolute best way is to become a product of the product yourself. Using the products on a daily basis to send out video emails to your friends and family, business colleagues, to use all the other products is the best way to not only become an expert at them, but to be able to teach your organization as well. And to help you along, we also have video tutorials as well as PDF tutorials in the back office in many different languages. So that would be the very first thing that I would recommend anybody do, is through trial and error, becoming your own best customer by using the products.
Great, Bob. Thank you. Remember, be a product of the product. We'll see you next time. Hi, I'm Allison Roberts, VP of Training and Development, here with our founder and CEO, Bob Reyna, with another question from Tips from the Top. This one is important. So Bob, tell us, why is it so important for associates to work with their upline leadership?
In this business, it is critical that you successfully follow those who have gone before you. And too often people come into the business and they try to figure things out on their own, and it's not something that they have to do. There are plenty of people in this company that have a lot of practical wisdom and success through trial and error and through doing well and following the Diamond Rush Guide. It takes the guesswork out of it. So we've created really, it's a paint by number system by which anybody can follow the business. So if you are not where you want to be, I would just suggest that you stop and you ask up for those people that have successful experience. Hey, listen, can you help me out? What am I doing right? What am I doing not so right? And if you are where you want to be but want to accelerate further, can always ask up as well. They're an invaluable resource. It's absolutely free. Their success is vested in your success and vice versa. So it's always great to make sure that you reach up and get the names and phone numbers and contact information of 3 to 4 people within your organization that are above you that can really help you drive your business to where you want it to be.
Great. Thanks, Bob. That's valuable information. That about wraps it up. Remember, don't be afraid to ask for help. There's many that are out there that can help you. We'll see you next time. Hi, I'm Allison Roberts, VP of Training and Development, here with our founder and CEO, Bob Reyna. First, just want to wish everybody a happy holiday.
Happy holidays.
And with that, we have a question about the holidays that was submitted. So Bob, we're entering the holiday season. In order to build your business, why is it important for associates to stay focused during this time and also on the weekends?
Well, it's important for anybody when you're building your business to treat it like a business 24/7, 365. And especially people will follow your example. So if you fall asleep at the wheel and you don't work during the holidays, then your team won't work at the holidays. And then on average, it can take up to double or even triple the time. So for example, if you go to sleep and say, I don't need to work for the next 2 weeks, it can take up to 6 to 8 weeks to recover from that time. So you have to stay on top of it during the holidays. People are home during the holidays too with friends, family, etc. So people always have the need to make extra money. So it's so very critical that you not only work during the holiday stretch, but also on the weekends too. And a lot of people, they try to use the weekends as an excuse why I need to take the weekends off or I need to take the weekends with my family. We do the business to spend more free time with your family, but you have to make the sacrifices now, which means working during the holidays, working during the weekends, so that later in life that you have the option to spend that time with your friends and family. Good question.
Thanks, Bob. So with that, guys, there's no greater gift than Talk Fusion. Go out there and share it with your family and friends today. Hi, I'm Allison Roberts, VP of Training and Development. I'm here with our founder and CEO, Bob Reyna. We're excited to be coming to you today to talk to you about the importance of being at corporate events. So Bob, talk to me about our Believe event. 2013 is almost here. Tell me why it is so important for people to be there.
Well, from doing this for a long time, over 20 years now, I can certainly tell you that they make the business move from your head to your heart. It absolutely cements your belief, not only in the company, but your support team. You'll get to hear tips from people on what they're doing to build successful Talk Fusion businesses. And I can tell you this, if everybody understood the importance of the events, they would be there. Every single top earner in every company within this whole industry, not just Talk Fusion, when their corporate has an event, they show up. It's just that simple. Leaders are made at events. You'll take people that were maybe on the verge of figuring out whether they can make their dreams come true in this industry or not, and then they see other people just like them up on stage getting awards and praise and recognition, etc. So it is more important than words could even say, actually. So if anybody's, quote, thinking about it, I would suggest that you act as if your financial life depends upon it, and make sure that you register soon. I know all the VIP tickets are sold out. Mm-hmm. We have very, very limited space. It's a good thing, but as a company, we've outgrown this facility, so we only have a very limited number of spaces available. So we need to make sure that if people are interested in going, that they get registered as soon as they watch this video.
That's right. So with that, guys, go in your back office and order your tickets today. We look forward to seeing you at the Believe event in April.
See you then.
Hi, I'm Allison Roberts, VP of Training and Development, here with our founder and CEO, Bob Reyna. We're excited to be bringing you this week's edition of Tips from the Top. So you submit the questions, we have all the answers, and we're about to get started. So Bob, you talk about having posture. So what does it mean, and how critical is it to building your business?
What posture means is that you have the ultimate belief in what you're doing. And posture means not only posture in Talk Fusion, but also in the industry. I give an example. A Steinway piano is still the best piano out there, even though you may not know how to play it. So network marketing in general affords the best opportunity, in my opinion, for the average person to become unaverage. So it's so very critical for people that leaders have posture, but also that people have posture when they first get started, because that will carry you through your years within Talk Fusion.
Great, Bob. Thank you. Well, that about wraps it up for this edition of Tips from the Top. Remember, go out there with confidence, share TalkFusion products and the opportunity, and we'll see you next time. Hi, I'm Allison Roberts, VP of Training and Development, here with our founder and CEO, Bob Reyna, for this week's edition of Tips from the Top. So, Bob, why is it so important to identify leaders in your business?
The first thing that I do to identify a leader is I watch their actions. I don't listen to what people say, I watch what people do. So some of the characteristics what I would see within a leader are people that really adhere to the principles in the Diamond Rush, that they're always positive, that they have dreams, that they work at least 7 to 10 hours a week, and they commit to the business for at least a year. We know that this business, in order to build a successful TalkFusion business, just like any other business, takes a lot of hard work and diligence. We tell people it's at least 2 to 5 years to do it. So those would just be some of the things. I would see them on the Diamond Rush presentations. I would see them on the live presentations. I would see them at corporate events. So there's a lot of behaviors that you look for. When you're building your business, it's so true that once you identify a leader, that you spend the majority of your time developing depth under that leader, meaning working with that particular leader, working with their personally sponsored associates, etc. So that's it. It's very important to A, exhibit those traits yourself, and then B, look for them within those people within your organization and spend your time with those folks.
Great, Bob. Valuable information. So guys, get out there, identify your leaders, and we'll look forward to seeing you next time on Tips from the Top. Hi, I'm Allison Roberts, VP of Training and Development, here in our founder and CEO, Bob Reyna's office, and we're so excited to be here today with this week's question. Bob, explain why building depth in your business is so important, and then tie that into the Bronze Maker.
Well, the fundamental plan within our compensation plan means you go bronze, then Bronze Maker. What that means is that you personally sponsor one active associate on your left and one active associate on your right. That qualifies you to earn commissions within the compensation plan. So the principle of becoming a Bronze Maker is you teach 2 other people to do the same thing. So it's a concept of duplication. Now, how do you get there? We talk about that explicitly, the actions that you need to do that within the Diamond Rush Guide. So it's very critical to go bronze, Bronze Maker, bronze, Bronze Maker. And that's why we have an extra bonus in the compensation plan, the Bronze Maker bonus, to help incentivize people to reach Bronze Maker. So it's so critical that you don't stop at just 1 level, 2 levels, 3 levels, 5 levels. That's the model for your whole organization. If you can follow that model, you'll have great success.
Well, that wraps it up for this week's edition of Tips from the Top. Remember, go out there, go bronze, then Bronze Maker. Hi, I'm Allison Roberts, VP of Training and Development, here with our founder and CEO, Bob Reyna, for this week's edition of Tips from the Top. So Bob, you know, people are always writing in. Our products and services are just so fantastic, and they're submitting testimonials all the time. Why is submitting a video testimonial so important to building your TalkFusion business and sharing what the products and opportunity have done for people?
Well, first and foremost, we love to hear feedback on how our product is helping people communicate better or businesses. And a lot of people don't know it, but we get that and we share that throughout the office. So we use it as an encouragement tool here within the corporate office of TalkFusion. And secondly, we'll share those testimonials with other people that are looking for ways in which to develop their own business or make their own business more profitable using the products. So it's just a great knowledge base, a great tool. It creates excitement. So again, it's a new button within your video communication center. So I would encourage everybody to go back there and just send us a quick video on how TalkFusion is helping them promote their business or their personal communication.
Great, thanks Bob. So remember, go to the Quick Launch tab in your Video Communication Center, click on Submit Video Testimonial. We want to hear from you, whether it's a success story about how TalkFusion's changed your life or how it's changed your business. We absolutely want to hear from you, and we'll look forward to reviewing those soon.